and welcome to It's a PM World with Maria Morales. Welcome to episode 6, where we talk everything real estate, including property management, real estate. Um, I try to give you tips, tricks, give you a story, and such. I know the last one was about my eviction craziness that I had to go through and such, but wanted to lighten things since we are coming to the year end and it is holiday season. So I hope everybody have on episode 6. We just finished Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody had a warm and safe Thanksgiving. I definitely feel blessed and grateful. My team, although we are a family-run team, family-owned team here at MHG and such. It was great to spend some time, especially in property management. It's a 24/7 job. We're always on, never off, and such. So it was good to kind of take some time and breathe. And actually, I closed the office for 4 days. We were still available to our tenants and our residents and our owners, but really kind of just limited our availability to them and such. Kind of helped and responded to tenants just on a emergency type basis. So, as we are coming into the holiday season, and I am recording this right after Thanksgiving, I just want to say and take the time to say that I am grateful, I am blessed, I am thankful for everyone, I am thankful for this year. Um, we are a family run business, and so we do take work home a lot and such. And, with my daughter-in-law being my right-hand girl, she's my office girl, she's my everything, she's my go-to and such. We don't turn things off. And with my husband running the field and such, we talk about the business, 24/7 and such. And we have a fairly large inventory too. We currently manage about 253 units. So that means I've got 253 residents, give or take. I do have a couple of vacancies right now, and then 180, 190 plus owners. So on a day-to-day basis, we are busy in this office. And I will say that, lots of things happen and go on here and such. It's not always easy being a property manager. A lot of times, there are emergencies that happen. There are things that break down, issues that come up and such. And I will say, I'm very much a spiritual person and I read my horoscopes daily and such. And this morning, there was a sentence that caught my attention and such. And it was one actually that my mom used to always say, be happy. When you're feeling like, you've got issues and you want to complain, remember that you were able to wake up in the morning, swing your feet around, and they got to touch the floor and, got off and running for the day and such. And, you know, as much as sometimes we'd like to complain and feel like we're a victim or, things just aren't going our way, truly we are blessed. Truly, I am blessed that, this morning I got to see the sunrise. I've got to put my feet on the ground and get going for the day and such. And, just appreciate as we're going into the holiday, Christmas, where, will get crazy, things will, as we rush around and buy food for the table and presents, gifts to put under the tree and such, just kind of stop, to remember that, you know, be blessed that you're doing that because there have been instances and personally in my own life where I thought I would have somebody, this holiday and, we celebrated, we rushed around and, 365 days later, that person wasn't there any longer. And never thought that would be, but that, has happened in the case. And that's actually happened in a couple, instances in my life. So I try really hard, although, I'm tested every single day to remember that, live today as if it's your last because you may not be here tomorrow and such. And, as I just mentioned, we are tested a lot around this office. We get I'm managing someone's large asset on a day-to-day basis, and people may think, oh, you're just being rude, you're just being, and excuse my French, I'm just being a bitch. And I'm not. I'm just very straightforward. I'm very much a black and white person. I'm very much an analytical person. If the contract says this and it was written and you signed on it, then this is what it's going to be. You can go to my Google reviews, and I'm not one to hide from it. You can go to my Google reviews, you can go to my Yelp reviews. 99%, 90% of those are not good reviews. But you know what? There's two sides to every story. And typically, you probably didn't follow the rules and you didn't like me telling you, you know what? You didn't follow the rules. And if you just would follow the rules, life would be a much better place, especially here in this office and such. And I feel bad that my staff, whether it be my husband or my daughter-in-law, get sometimes the brutalness from our tenants because they are not kind. They are not patient. There are some out there, not all of you residents, but there are some out there that think, because your washing machine broke, that we need to stop everything that we need to do and bring the tools over to fix your machine. Where it may take you a few days, and my vendor may still have to order parts, and especially during this holiday season, we're not going to get there and such. So, just be a little kind, be a little generous. And I'll share a story with you. So probably about 6 months ago or so, I was in the Starbucks line, and I was rushing. Um, I was rushing to get a tea real quick. But long story short, I was in the Starbucks drive-through line, and when I got up to the window, the checkout girl or the checkout person had said, "You know what? The car in front of you paid for your tea," and it was just a small tea. But man, did it make me feel good. I was riding on a high all day long that day, when someone had bought me a tea. Didn't know this person, and I think she did it because, we were all kind of jamming to get into line, and I let her go in front of me, um, you know, which, I just try to be a courtesy person when I can. But she bought my tea. So the other day, about a week or so ago, right before Thanksgiving, I was in the field working, and I was on my way back in, and I decided to bring lunch to back to the office and such. So as I was, in the drive-through line buying lunch, I was waiting for my food. I noticed the car behind me was a young couple. They looked to be in their early 20s, and mind you, I'm not judging anybody here, but their car was like kind of, his car was like beat up and had some dents, and it looked like it needed a good wash, but you know what? I don't know. Something tugged at my heart, and I had told the drive-up window, you know what? I want to pay for their lunch behind me. And she was kind of taken back, which I was kind of surprised. But she said, okay, and so I handed her my card again. I had already paid for my food, so I handed her back my card, and she said, okay, can you come around to the other side? We're still waiting for your fries and such. So I said, okay. I thought she'd take my card, swipe it, and give it back, but she kept it, which I kind of thought was odd for at the moment. So I go around, and she had said, I'll bring you back. I'll bring out your card when I bring your food. So I went out and I parked in space one, and I waited for them to bring out my food. And then, they come out a few minutes later, they come out, and right away, she, thanks me. The lady thanks me and says, you were so blessed, and that was so kind of you. And, I hope you have just a wonderful holiday season, and, you're an angel. And again, I wasn't looking for any kudos. I don't know why I was tugged at the heart to do so, but I did. And she says, I just want to let you know that when I had told, the next car in line that you had paid, he paid for the car behind him. Now, mind you, the car behind me kind of looked, you know, I just wanted to do a nice gesture. But they did a nice gesture, and they paid it forward, and they paid it for the car behind them and such, and it gave me goosebumps because, I want to believe that car 4 paid for car 5, and car 5 paid for car 6. And it kind of went into a domino effect. And just a small gesture. Hopefully, it made somebody drove away from that drive through today feeling all warm and fuzzy the day that I drove away from my Starbucks. And it happened to me for the very first time. So, think about just the little things that you may say or do, and you think it may not impact someone, like a smile or you look really nice today. A sincere, genuine kudos may go a long way in someone's life, and especially during this holiday season where we need to be reminded to, be kind, be generous, and, property management world, it's a hard industry to be in a day in, day out basis and such. So, to any owners or residents that might be looking at this podcast today, I hope you're blessed. I'm grateful for all of you. And, go out there and show some kindness in the world. It goes a long way. So, everybody have a great holiday season. I'm going to not record another podcast till after the new year, just because we're going to be busy. I'm going to get ready to go into minimal days and hours here at the office to kind of catch up, clean up, and get our records together. A lot of year-end reporting that needs to be done. So everybody have a safe holiday, and I look forward to talking with you in 2024.